Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Amy. It is currently a little after 12:45 on April 27th. I wanted to hop on here for a few minutes though and tell you guys that I'd seen my first play tonight. I went with my husband to the high school here in town and we saw The Wizard of Oz. If you watched my video back in December about The Wizard of Oz, you may remember that I said I'd never seen the movie, and I'm so excited to tell you that on Wednesday of this past week, I watched the movie for the first time, and I really liked it, and I wouldn't mind seeing it again. And the reason why I watched the movie this week is because my husband had seen it advertised, I think it was at his work, he works at a grocery store, that the high school here in town was running the Wizard of Oz play, and it was going to be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this week, and it turns out they had a show tomorrow in the afternoon, which we couldn't go to that show, so it had to be one of these other 3 days. So my husband said, "Are you interested in going to that?" I said, "Sure, yeah, that would be something different we could do." And it was $10 per ticket. This is my ticket that I got. Before the play, I took a picture of this with my Wicked Watermelon Lipsus lip balm, and if you watched that video in December, you might remember that. And we got these booklets that talk about the play and the directors and the orchestra and everything, even some of the actors. And it has an autograph section on the back, and then towards the back there's a few more pages for autographs. But we were originally going to go on Thursday, which was opening night, and my husband, he was off that day, so he had a doctor's appointment a few towns over, and the appointment went really well, but we had to wait 2.5 hours to see the doctor. I don't know, I think they might have had a lot of people there that day that were booked to see the doctor. So, but before we left for the doctor, my husband asked if I would mind if we went maybe another night, and I said, yeah, that's fine, we can go Friday or Saturday. We decided to go Saturday, and it was really fun. This wasn't my favorite character in the movie, but my favorite actor, I think, was the one who played a Wicked Witch. She was wonderful. And they were all good. Dorothy's actress, she had a really good singing voice. The actor who played the Scarecrow, he had crazy good reflexes. Like, he was on and off the floor. Like, he jumped up and down, like, so many times. Yeah. Everyone was great. The music was great. It wasn't too crowded. But, so I didn't go to the high school in town. I was homeschooled. I did all my schooling online, so I was kind of unfamiliar with the school. But their main entrance is actually towards the back, because they have several buildings, and the main entrance for the school was kind of, it doesn't face the main road in town, it faces towards like the other way. And I was told by several people they'll take you and you should go through the back end, the entrance in the back, the main entrance. So my husband and I, we got there about 6 o'clock. It started at 7 o'clock. So we decided to get there a little early so we could buy our tickets, you know, get our seats and everything. And so we parked in where the main entrance is, and there was only about 2 or 3 other cars there. And I figured maybe, you know, people aren't quite there yet. So we park, we go towards the door, and it's locked. So I'm like, oh, okay, gosh, where do I go? I don't know what to do now. And at the same time, I'm kind of freaking out because I'm like, what if they have cameras that are picking up this suspicious vehicle driving? Like, what are they gonna think, you know? And after that, I went down, because again, this high school, they have a few different buildings, and they have several different roads within those few buildings, you know, because they got different parking lots to go to and everything. And then I went in the wrong parking lot. I turned on the wrong little street. I'm like, they're really going to think I'm trying to do something if they have cameras. So it ended up being where the auditorium, it kind of, as I said, it faces the main road, that part of the building. And So that's ended up where it actually was, the entrance where for the play where they had the tickets selling. So my husband and I, we decided to finally try that, to go where the parking lot is, where the faces the main road. And it turns out third time was a charm, and that's where we went in to see the play. We bought our tickets, and the people in front of us, it was a lady with two little girls. I don't know if they're her daughters or anything. And, my husband held the door open for them, and then he's like, you can go ahead in front of us and buy your tickets first. We're like, oh, thank you. And then I say, yeah, we're not familiar with the school. We didn't go to school here. She's like, yeah, I'm not familiar with the school either. I'm like, oh, we'll be lost together. So, but thankfully it wasn't really that hard to figure out where it was. I mean, you go in under these doors, you buy the tickets, and then there's a big line. It was kind of a confusing line because people would come, because it had about 4 or 2 double doors to go in, and there'd be people standing in front of the double doors, but this line would actually start towards that way more. And, it was kind of a line. It wasn't too crazy crowded, though. I mean, it wasn't like people were sitting on top of each other like sardines in the auditorium. But, they had a bit of a line, because they didn't let people in to sit down until about, like, maybe 6:30 or so. So we were standing in line, and then we finally got in, and so the ticket says, like, our seats were 147, mine was, and my husband's was 148. But the truth is, they kind of let you sit wherever, so that was nice. So we sat on the main level. They had stairs, too. We went up the stairs because we figured we had to sit in 147, but all the seats were labeled, like, 114, and I'm like, okay, this is 114. And then my husband happened to say something to a lady there. She's like, yeah, you can sit wherever you want to, it's fine. So we sat on the main level. And pretty soon the play started, and there was a 15-minute intervention. And they're about the middle of the play. My husband, he decided he was going to get up and use the bathroom, and I decided I was going to, get up and stretch. I didn't want to, because I didn't need to use the bathroom. I didn't want to leave my seat, so I just got up and, stood up for a minute, stretched, because my hip hurt really badly. Because I'm not used to sitting in those chairs. So I decided I was going to refresh my lip makeup, because I have the Wicked Witch watermelon lip balm under this lipstick, and I have both of them with me. And before the show actually started, I took a picture of my ticket and my lip balm, and I have my lipstick and my lip balm in my left pocket, and I guess I accidentally put my lip balm in my right pocket. So I was gonna reach for my lip balm, and I felt the lipstick, and I felt the lip balm, and I was freaking. I'm like, oh my god, did I lose this lip balm? This lip balm is not available anymore. Did I lose it? So, I kind of started freaking out for a minute. I felt in my purse pocket, because the purse I'm carrying right now, it has a pocket on the outside, so I figured maybe I put it in there by mistake. So it wasn't in there, and I was like, oh no. I started to kind of slowly come around to the fact that it's gone forever. And then I happened to feel my right pocket, and there she was, and all her glory was the Wicked Watermelon. So I felt relieved, and I put it on, and then my lipstick, and then my husband came back, and then the show resumed. But, yeah, it was very fun, and I highly recommend you go see a play at your local high school. Even if you don't have a child in school and you don't know a student. I didn't know any of the students, but it was quite fun. And we don't have a theater where I live, so that's why I've never really been to a play before, but it was very enjoyable. It was something different for my husband to do than my husband and I to do together for a date night rather than go out to eat, which is still really a great thing to do. And I love going out to eat with him. It was very fun. And yeah, that's about it. Although not related to the play, but on the way to the play, my husband, he decided, because he has a seatbelt extender, because he's a, I don't know how to say this, he's a bigger person, I guess. There's really no nice way to say it. I hate saying that, but he's on a keto diet and he's actively trying to lose weight. But he decided, before we left, he's like, I'm going to try to put on my seatbelt without the seatbelt extender. And he put it on without the seatbelt extender, and he said it felt a little snug, but he could fasten and everything, and I'm so proud of him. He has lost a bit of weight, and he's lost about 12 pounds, and I'm so happy and proud of him. And after the play, he and I went to go get ice cream at McDonald's. I got an M&M McFlurry to match my eye makeup, and he got an Oreo McFlurry. But, yeah, I know this video is kind of all over the place, but I hope you enjoyed it all the same. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.